I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina. Cassie, the dulcet tones of your voice are back.
Yes, I'm back, baby.
Well,
mostly
better
anyway.
than ever. Yeah. Oh gosh, what a week, huh?
Yeah.
Where to begin?
What a year! What a year it's been. You know,
I was
Day
telling
17.
Cassie that we should say, so every day is a fresh new nightmare. And I want to let the listeners know that sometimes we record ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's something that happens and we don't discuss it, it's not that we don't care. It's that sometimes we're in the past and it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So do want to definitely point that out, as we are going to be doing a double episode today. So if World War III starts next week and
We don't
mention it,
You're like, that's
on the
weird.
podcast.
People are just
weird.
moving
the
on like
plus
normal,
side,
huh?
though,
Okay.
Like, if you want to escape World War III,
There-
you can just listen to a podcast before it happened. You know,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
We have plenty of backlog.
Yeah, absolutely. But speaking of that, you know, everything that's happening everywhere, but specifically what's going on in Minnesota is so upsetting to us. And we're spending some time kind of thinking about like what we could do to help in this situation. And we thought about, you know, setting up some kind of wish list for listeners to be able to go and buy supplies that could be sent to them. But really, I think that the people of Minnesota need that stuff now. So I know that Cassie has been resharing resources on our TikTok, you know, accounts that are sharing where you can go. I will try and get in there because I did see one that you sent to me yesterday, Cass, that had a list of resources in it.
I shared
And
that.
I will make it a priority before this episode comes out to grab a few of those and put them in our Instagram bio, so you can go and go there if you feel so inclined to.
Yeah, I mean, I know it helps me because sometimes getting a barrage of the news when it's like this and every single day something's happening, it at least makes me feel like I've done something. It gives me an outlet, and you know, because right now it's all this stuff that's happening. It's a lot of like rage and hopelessness on my side. I'm like, what can I do to help? Because this is not right. So yeah, I would definitely am going to check out those links to see if there's any way I can at least send money that could help people in that situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a experience this week. I was just so last week we talked about PMS. This last week I was actually like on my period, so of course I felt disgusting, you know. And I had like put myself together and I went to a weed dispensary.
Amazing.
Yeah, because I'm trying to drink less.
Were you inspired by the Diana videos
my God.
I sent you?
You know,
I love her so much.
amazing, a little scary for me. I would be straight Patricia on that trip.
Oh.
So Christina sent,
God, yeah.
it's like, look, goals for sure. Like older women living their best fucking lives.
Just
like,
drinking these things called deltas, and I guess it's just like it's like a
THC
sparkling
drink.
water that has like 10 milligrams in it, and they're like older women that are just getting absolutely faced in the
And going
retirement
blasted.
community.
and they're like going on trips together. I'm like, our future is bright, ladies.
Yes.
So
Truly.
great. It's so great.
Honestly. But no, I'm drinking less because, man, I have lost my edge. I did have like an albeit substantial pour of wine the other night. Like I was like, you know what? I've been really good. Like I got some rosé in the fridge. I'm going to have like a glass of wine. The worst headache in the freaking world the next day. Like truly. And I'm like, what is happening to me? So
It really does get worse with age.
it does.
It really, really does.
You
Like
know,
your hangovers
Yeah.
get so much worse the older you get. It's fucking
There is
awful.
something about aging where you're just like, I didn't fully understand that this was going to happen to me specifically. Okay. Like I understand aging as a broad concept.
You're like, but that's for other people.
That's for other people.
I personally will
I'm
not.
gonna be young forever. Yeah.
Exactly.
How dare you? But okay, so I was like just feeling like shit, but trying. Like I like did my hair, I put my makeup on. I did have like 2-star pimple patches on my face, but like put on a cute athleisure set, and I was like, we have errands to run today, so you can't like hide in your cave. You've got to go like do some shit. So I walk into the dispensary and go to pick up my order, and it's this like cute Gen Z guy with like a buzz cut, bleach blonde buzz cut situation happening. He's super cute though. So I walk up there and he says to me, "Oh, I saw you walking over and I was hoping you'd come in here because you're so pretty."
Ooh.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Like, that's so sweet." I'm the worst. I do not take compliments well.
Yeah.
Ever. So I'm like, what do I do with my hands? I'm never good at like taking a compliment. But I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And for like a split second in my head, I was like, oh, see, like you felt like shit today, and like here you are getting a compliment. Like that's so nice.
And then
when I left the dispensary, my mind immediately went to, yeah, but he probably thought that because he saw you from far away. He probably didn't think that as soon as he saw you up close. Like,
Keegan, he wouldn't have said anything.
He's probably just trying to sell you something. You know, like he's just trained to be nice. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
girl, your inner voice is a bitch.
I know.
Wow.
And so this is why I wanted to talk about this, because I feel like this is probably something that other women deal with, like too, right? Or other people.
Yeah.
But I think women specifically have been trained.
what if we just dead ass gaslit you and we're like, no, nobody else, that's you.
No, it's literally just you.
No, that's weird.
That's a you problem.
No.
You got to get back into therapy, babe.
No, I'm pretty sure we all do that. Truly.
Right. It's like, I think that there's this training that happens specifically with women where being really humble is so valuable that you minimize yourself so much, and then you just like never believe that like people can actually say things to you, like validate you and try and gas you up, because I don't give compliments I don't mean. I don't.
Right,
I compliment people, but I mean those compliments. So why do I feel like when I receive compliments, they're lying to me?
Yeah, you got to confront that inner voice. You got to sit her down and say like, "Hey, what's up, lady? Like, let's talk."
I know
You're kind of a negative
be
Nancy.
Nicer to you, you know.
And like, I'm so nice to you. Like, I work out. I'm cutting back on drinking. Like, you need to give me something now.
Yeah.
And it's like, because you're kind of being a bitch to me, and I don't appreciate your tone.
You're kind of like a 13-year-old nagging boy.
I love
not
that we're handling self-compassion by being like, you're a bitch, actually. Like, but
That's
no,
a very Capricorn thing for me to be. It's just like, no.
when I was in therapy, which I do need to get back in with a therapist, but when I was in therapy, she actually had me, I remember that was one of the most confronting things, was she had me do a self-compassion checklist. And she was like, you scored really low.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you are not nice to yourself at all. So
it was interesting. I feel like this is very Pisces of you. I do think that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just something that I wanted to bring up because not only for myself, but for other people, it was really confronting to me. Like I was walking back to my car really facing that and thinking like, you do need to be nicer to yourself.
I think that that's great that you even like had that realization. You know what I mean?
Thank you. And I want other people to feel that way.
Because I think now, like when you recognize or like when you hear that inner voice saying that, like just being aware of that inner voice and confronting it and being like, wait, let me question this, like is a step forward. You know, because a lot of times that background voice just plays without any kind of without recognizing it or acknowledging it or confronting it at all. So the fact that you're even like clocking it and being like, wait a second,
Yeah.
that's really mean.
Why are you
is
doing
actually
that?
a really
Yeah.
good step forward, I think.
Thank you. Life is hard enough. We don't need to beat ourselves up too. You know what I mean?
Why do you
Like,
want to be your biggest op?
No,
You got enough.
I don't. I truly don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that.
No, that's great. Yeah. No, my inner voice has been quiet lately because I think it's just drowned out by all the different noise. Yeah. But I would give anything this year. I wish that this exists. If somebody out there is an entrepreneur and has like so much money, please invent this. Here's what I want. I want to be able to take a day off work and go into an establishment that is very calm, cool, and comfortable. I want that establishment to be a one-stop shop that completely makes me over head to toe. They have a shit ton of outfits ready to go for me to try on that are in my size. They do my hair. They do my makeup. They sell me products.
Surely.
Like a one-stop makeover spot. That is what I want. I want to go to one place and have it completely change my life immediately, if not sooner.
Yeah, I feel like it exists in a 2002 rom-com. So it has to
For
exist
sure.
in real life somewhere. I mean, the idea has been had. So if it doesn't, who do we need to contact? I feel like Cassie's got good contacts for this.
I feel
You know
like
what I mean?
I feel like if you were back in Columbus, I can make this happen for you, because I think that like. Because I used to work for a company called Charles Pinzo, and I have no problems shouting them out because I learned so much, and they're an amazing company in Columbus. If you're going to the salon, that's where I would go. In Columbus, they have like everything, right? So they have like hair, makeups, massage, facial, the works, everything. The only thing they don't have is somebody who can bring in a wardrobe for you. But I know the CEO, Debbie, she works a lot with this company called Wardrobe Therapy, who I'm a huge fan of. Wardrobe Therapy, they come into your home and they look at the clothes that you have, and then they collect and collate like basically like outfits for you. And if there's things that you're missing, they will source them. If there's things that they're like, okay, yeah, this is great, but you know what you really should have is a nice maybe blazer that is like perfect black, maybe with like a satin, like they literally are like
genius.
Oh, they're so
first
great.
Of all,
I really
and secondly, that's exactly what you were saying to me, Christina, that you wanted. You told me you want a Stacey and Clinton.
Yes, I want that.
Situation.
I want them to cut. I want a Stacey and Clinton situation, and it's like, why? Where can I give someone money to make that happen for me? Because
Elizabeth Bean from Wardrobe Therapy. Shout out.
But you know what? We live in Los Angeles.
Yes.
If there's anywhere,
There's one in Columbus. There's got to be one.
Yeah, if there's anywhere that can make this happen for you, we live in a
Yeah.
land of like managers and makeovers, like
yes,
for celebrities and stuff. So you can go get your color analysis done. You might not be able to do it all in like one place, but you can make a day of it and be like, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. And then like at the end of the day, you walk out from the dry bar looking.
I want a complete look reset.
Yeah.
And I'm in that place where I'm just like, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to go. You know what I mean? I'm like, I really want to reset everything. Clothes, makeup, hair. I want education. I want products. I want the works. Willing to pay for it. Got a credit card. We'll go far. But I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I feel stuck,
I mean, if you want a stylist, because I love,
like, I don't want to make the decision. I am not good at this stuff. I don't know what looks good. I want to pay somebody to be like, oh, this is the cut that looks good on your face.
Look at like, because, Katie from Vanderpump Rules, the original Vanderpump Rules. I'm not watching this new situation that's happening. But I love her style. And she had shouted out her stylist at one point. And I was like, well, I can't afford a stylist, but if I could, I'd give that lady a ring because I love the way that they've styled
People
her.
usually
you know what I mean?
on Instagram will tag their stylist too.
Yeah. So I mean,
also,
maybe look into people whose style you like and see like who they're working with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and here's the other thing though. Styles that I like, I'm like, can I wear that? You know, would it look good on me?
They'll tell you though. Like that's their job is to make you look good. So they'll take what you like and then put you in the version that works for you.
Yeah.
I think too, like Nordstrom, Saks, you know, any of your bigger department stores are going to have stylists as well. I know that you've worked with a stylist at Nordstrom before and you really liked that.
I did like that. It was difficult though. I was talking to Eric about that. If you're a somewhat difficult size, which I am like tall and a little bit outside of the normal department store sizes, it can be kind of a difficult experience. You know, if you're
and it can feel disappointing.
Plus size range, Nordstrom didn't have a lot on hand in order to.
I would even call you mid-size. I wouldn't so for them not to have a good, I mean, they should have a good range period, but you know, well, speaking of clothes and style, we had a whole conversation about dry cleaning, which girls, I'm going to go on this trip this week still not having dry cleaned those pants that I wanted to dry clean. Because I mean, unless I go today, which I guess I could do, but I'm like, can you put a rush on those? Because I'm leaving on Wednesday, you know? We had a whole conversation about dry cleaning and we actually got an email from a listener.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Subject line, who goes to the dry cleaners? I'm sitting here at my job listening to your latest episode when the question is asked, who goes to the dry cleaners? And I'm excited because I have the answer. Hi, I'm Vanessa and I work at a dry cleaners.
Amazing.
The short answer is rich people.
Yeah.
The longer answer is people who can afford it, the elderly, and people who want to treat themselves. There's a woman who drops off clothes every week and once said that this was her version of getting her nails done. And even though fast fashion is more common now, I still have people who give us Shein, Old Navy, and Walmart clothes.
No.
So dry cleaning is definitely not a dying business. I'm usually running around every day with piles of clothes. Ladies, I love you all, and your care tag. And if your care tag has a circle with an X on it, that means do not dry clean. XO Vanessa.
Noted. Okay. I know this exists, but I want somebody to I need that locked into my brain what those codes mean.
I look them
on
up
the tags.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Teach me that in school. I don't need to know a lot of the crap I learned in school.
Why am I making pajama pants in home ec instead of learning what those symbols mean?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Good point.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess that does make sense. Like people who can't are struggling to take care of their own laundry, you know, those day-to-day tasks. That makes sense. That they
if I had something that was local or something that would just do my laundry for
service,
me.
Yeah.
Well, fluff and fold
Cassie,
and drop it off at your house.
I used to.
Personal assistant, man. To take care of laundry, to take care of booking doctor's appointments,
booking
to take
that day for you to go to.
Oh my God,
makeover,
passport, and book it. Yeah, that's.
I'll be your assistant. I like stuff like that.
Dude, I've got a long task list and
Okay, maybe not. Maybe our friendship wouldn't survive it, actually. I don't want to work for you.
No.
We have a friend who
just
had a baby who used to be a PA. I don't know if she does that anymore or not.
Oh, yeah.
Reach out.
I can see. Hey.
How do you feel about I don't know, once a week, twice a week?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't want to work. I don't want to be your personal assistant in life, but I do want to plan that day for you. That's what I want.
Okay, dude, I'll take it. I will take it. I will take all the help I can get.
I got your hair person on lock. So
there we go.
Yeah.
It is time. It's hot and healthy 2026.
Yeah, right.
That's right. I got a sticky on my bathroom mirror. Okay.
Fit and fine, baby.
That's right. Fit and fine also works.
I'm gonna wait till for 29 so it rhymes because I love alliteration.
There we
and
go.
Rhyming.
Fit and fine for 29.
That's right. I have
Perfect.
a few more years to let it simmer.
Work up to it. Yeah. Well,
that'll do. 26. That's my motto.
That'll do.
Surviving.
26.
Well, last week we skipped the Fuck, Marry, Kill for the first time, I think, since its inception. Because I think we were all just kind of like burnt out on ideas and struggling with it. So that day when I was running errands, I went into this store and they had this game, not sponsored, called Of All the People. It's a party game and it's kind of like Fuck, Marry, Kill, but they give you 3 celebrities and 3 scenarios. But I was like, why don't we buy this game and see if we can get like inspired for Fuck, Marry, Kills? And so
Just randomness of it. I love this.
Yeah. So what we decided to do is just pull 3 completely random people from this stack of cards. There's no rhyme, no reason.
Perfect.
All chaos. So
Seems to fit this year just to a T.
Yeah. So, and we can just turn our brains off, which I think we need. I think our brains are working overtime right now. So I'm going to shuffle, pull the first card. We're going to do Jimmy Buffett.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Take me to Margaritaville.
That is my very first concert
No.
of
Really?
all time.
I bet it
Stop.
was nice. I would love to go to a Jimmy Buffett concert. I
barely
bet they're fun.
remember. I was very young.
I don't think you can go to that anymore, Keegan.
Well, actually, after his death, they had like a tribute at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh.
It wasn't Jimmy Buffett, but it was like a
I
tribute
was
band.
stuck in that fucking traffic. They had a Beatle that like Paul McCartney showed up and I was like, why?
right,
It took me
dude.
like fucking 3.5 hours to get home.
Yeah, for Jimmy Buffett. Well,
Yeah.
for Paul McCartney. Okay, Jimmy Buffett, Channing Tatum.
Okay. So far,
All right.
pretty simple.
Okay, and we have 2 options because if they're both sides, you know what? Let's go chaos. Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
Okay, Justin Timberlake,
Okay.
Channing Tatum, Jimmy fucking Buffett.
God, I said easy, but now I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with Justin Timberlake?
I know. Isn't he
I know what I'm gonna
splitting
do.
up with
Are they?
I think
Really?
I've heard rumors.
Really?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's been having struggles the past couple years.
Yeah. This is going to ruin the world tour.
It is. It's
But I think, okay, we don't need to talk about that on the podcast. I think they're both weirdos.
I do
to be
too.
honest.
To be fair, I think they're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought I knew what I was going to do. I did.
I'm marrying Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Okay.
If I got to be stuck
Yeah.
with somebody, it's fucking Channing Tatum.
yeah. I'm kind
True.
of with you on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Can I also fuck Channing Tatum?
I'm assuming if you're married, that would be happening.
Yeah.
Comes with the deal.
I've never been attracted to Justin
No,
Timberlake.
not at all.
Yeah, like ever.
I'm
know.
not
I think
attracted
he's
to him
funny.
now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think there
I'm
was an era
never-
when he was doing like a lot of SNL and stuff at that time, and I was like, oh, he's funny, and like
Okay.
there's a side to him that was cute. To
You're
me.
right.
I
SNL
don't-
Justin. You're right.
Yeah, middle-aged Justin is embarrassing.
Baby
It's
Justin.
embarrassing. Ramen hair, Justin. Yeah, he had a sweet spot right there, like
Yeah.
in his 30s, I think. But man, I was tempted to marry Jimmy Buffett. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's a relaxed, leisurely life.
I mean, and he's gone, so you don't really have to do anything.
And I'll
Right.
inherit that.
This is-
like,
His estate was estimated to be worth $275
I'm gonna marry Jimmy
million
Buffett.
I fucking knew
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
marrying
yeah.
Jimmy Buffett.
Marry
I
Jimmy
knew
Buffett.
that because he's got that line of restaurants. And people go fucking
Yep.
hard for Jimmy Buffett.
Yep.
Do I understand it
No.
entirely? Not really. But it seems like a relaxed, good time. We're just going to be on the beach with a fucking margarita or maybe a THC drink for me because my brain decided it doesn't like alcohol anymore. You know, like we're relaxing, maxing. All cool. Okay.
Just shooting some people outside
He's
of school.
huge supporter of the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Sold. Yes.
Say no more.
We're having a beachside wedding ceremony.
He used to smoke a lot of pot.
Yep.
He was married to the same chick from like 77
I love this.
I'm loving this. Yeah.
Their marriage is older
marrying
than
Jimmy
I am.
Buffett. Amazing.
Business ventures and charity work. Like, even though he's got like silly, like parrot head kind of music, it seemed like he did good with his money and his platform.
Yes. He seems like he was a nice guy. So yeah, I'm gonna marry Jimmy Buffett.
Smart.
Okay. And I'm going to fuck Channing Tatum for sure. Oh, what? What?
On October 6, 2006, Buffett was detained by French customs officials in Saint-Tropez for allegedly carrying over 100 pills of ecstasy.
I love that too because he had to have been old at that time. Like, that's amazing. Why did you need so much ecstasy? That's so much.
He's got a lot of friends. Come on.
Yeah, he did. I do think he had a lot of friends.
Dude.
Okay, I do need to know Jimmy Buffett's zodiac sign.
I
Pure
immediately.
chaos.
Yeah.
It's got to be like something like Gemini.
Yeah, I'm getting air sign for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
so
no,
curious.
he's a Capricorn.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Enterprising. That's why he's worth so much money.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
He was donating and still worth so much money. That's what's
and
up.
and doing a shit ton of ecstasy and weed.
Yep. I mean,
Fuck
And
yeah.
just drinking
Yeah.
margaritas. I love it. I love
Dude,
it. Okay.
I think I found my dream man.
Yeah. Oh God. Too bad we're too
R.I.P.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Channing is a Taurus.
Okay.
And let's see what Justin is. Justin is.
Doesn't matter. He's off the list.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It
Justin.
really doesn't matter. You could say that he's literally a Capricorn, and I'd be like,
He's
sorry.
Aquarius.
yeah, okay, see, don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
Aquarius. But
So are we
yeah.
all doing the same?
Yeah, I'm marrying Jimmy
Yeah,
Buffett,
I
fucking
mean-
Tatum.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
no debation.
yeah.
Well, I like these
Clear.
cards. I think it's
Yes.
fun to just have like some
Who knew Jimmy
absolute
Buffett?
random chaos.
we
Yeah, I learned so much about Jimmy Buffett.
we
just
just
now.
became a pro Buffett podcast.
Are they called parrot heads? What is
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, we
that's
just
right.
became parrot heads,
Oh,
all of
wow.
us.
Wow.
Love it. Love it.
Very late, but
Late to the game.
finally.
And when you look at pictures of him too, he's got a real like Bob Ross sensibility about
He
him.
seems friendly.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's
his
got,
energy
he's got
seems good.
He's got a kind face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He looks like a nice pair of New Balance shoes.
He surely does. He really does.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, that was fun. Well, we have a new patron. So I want to give a big worsty welcome to Sabrina Wagner. Thank you for joining us
Yes.
on Patreon just in time for our Bridget Jones Diary movie episode, which we had a lot to say about. So thank you so much for joining us on there. Feel free to reach out with any suggestions. Yeah, we'll take your fuck, marry, kill suggestions.
Yeah.
Make them the more random, the better. You know?
Yeah, actually, that was really fun.
So funny.
I like the chaos. Where
Yeah.
you guys want to take 5 and then come back with stories?
Sounds good.
Yes. And we're back. Okay, Cassie, kick us off.
I cannot wait to read this to you, mostly for this opening part that has nothing necessarily to do with the story, but it starts out, it says, "Hey, beautiful ladies, I wanted to write in and submit a story of a very bad dating experience I had recently. But before this, I wanted to share something funny. As English is not my first language, I am not fully aware of some standard phrases and what they mean. So I remember I listened to a podcast episode where you discussed an interesting story of Nick Cannon and all of his baby mamas. I learned a lot. Ever since, every time I heard someone say, discuss the topic, and mention this was a canon event, I thought for some reason,
It's another woman who's pregnant.
I thought for some reason they were referring to Nick Cannon. I discovered that's not at all what this is only about.
No,
Only
what is that
hilarious.
called?
a
Called
week
a
ago.
homophone or
Yeah.
whatever, when two words sound the same, like canon
Yes.
and canon
Yes,
are
exactly.
two different words. But yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've been walking around saying things like, yeah, that dude is a total creep. Like, what a canon event.
Oh, well, that's the title
I
of the
was gonna
episode.
say a canon event has to be the title of the episode. That is
And I'll spell it
So-
as Nick Cannon.
funny. That is so funny. Can we please make that a thing?
I want it to
we've
want it
got
to fucking
make that
be a thing. Any
Oh,
guy
I
who's
love
kind of
that.
sus from now on,
Yeah,
now
you're
on,
like,
what a
It's-
canon
it's a
event.
Total
canon
canon event.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what we
my
call guys
favorite
with
thing.
breeding kinks now.
Yeah. Oh God, it's a real canon
canon
event, right? Oh God. Okay, sorry. All right, so on to the story. Anyway, so I matched with a guy on Hinge. Let's call him Jake. Jake's 38. I'm 32, and his profile clearly stated that he has a kid. Now, I don't mind kids at all. Didn't think it would be an issue, and thought I should give it a chance. He seemed sweet, eloquent, and attentive, at least from the conversations we had speaking on the phone. We had a couple of calls, and he asked me a lot about my work and interests. Then he shared that he got divorced a year ago, and he will tell me more about it when we see each other. But there's nothing to be concerned about at all. He and his ex are done. Great. Cool. I thought. So for our first date, Jake took me to a really nice dinner at a local fancy sushi place. The waiter takes our order. Jake tells me about his work. He works in IT, but also trades crypto. Sounds like a fucking
Ooh.
wiener.
Okay.
Sounds like a real canon event. Am I right? Also plans on conquering the world with his self-proclaimed, and I quote, one-of-a-kind genius idea of some sort, of chatbot or whatever. Because
What?
his genius idea has something to do with a chatbot.
Okay.
However, and as
I
well,
guarantee it's been thought of already.
yeah, no,
but
no,
go for it.
Keegan. It's
Sorry.
a genius. Quit trying to ruin 6-minute abs.
Sorry.
Because he asked ChatGPT, and the ChatGPT told him it was a good idea, and his
Oh,
idea was amazing.
God.
So clearly, it is
Jesus.
Keegan. Okay.
I'm sorry. He's having like Chat GPT psychosis right now.
Yeah. It's being totally glazed by a fucking computer.
Yeah. He also met an investor who told him his idea is great and that Jake is probably the smartest person he has ever met. Things that didn't happen.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I believe it happened. But the chatbot said that to him.
No, that's his investor.
no, the investor.
Oh, the investor
unquote.
said that to him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I believe the chatbot said to him.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure. When I heard that, I already knew, but decided to stay for the plot. He continued to flatter himself for a while, then out of nowhere told me how he really loves, how in love he is with me, and that he has never met anyone whom he feels so connected to. I asked, oh, but you don't quite know me yet. How is that possible? First of all, it's possible because you actually probably are the first person to not try to like talk to him.
Mhm.
So
You
he's
were
just
just
been able to
listening?
just listening,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I love you. Thanks. To which Jake replied, I just know. I have intuition about it. And I'm never wrong. He's never wrong, guys.
Oh my God.
I am very good at psychoanalyzing people. Also,
Oh my
I
God.
am
And this
incredible.
person sounds terrible. You know what? He doesn't have a problem with self-confidence.
No.
I bet his inner voice is
No.
so nice to him.
Oh,
or
he-
just silent.
dead ass silent. Also, I'm incredibly observant and watch you closely and listen to every word you say, how you behave, how you walk, everything. So I know you. Beyond this being incredibly disturbing, it kind of aligned with his grandiosity complex, and we were surrounded by other people. So I thought, again, maybe slightly dangerous, but this sounds like I should stay for the plot and get some gossip out of it. Jake then decided...
We appreciate you. Thank you
Yes.
for your service.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for all womankind for your service. Jake then decided to tell me his story about his previous marriage, and this is where it all gets a bit wild. I don't know how to summarize it the best, so basically I'm just going to kind of explain to you what he said. So I was in a relationship with this woman for 3 years. She was normal before the baby, but suddenly she got pregnant and it was unexpected. But as a man, I thought, yeah, I know it's not going to go great here, guys. Yeah, buckle up.
Both Christina and I, the second he said she was normal until the baby, our bodies went all the way back in our seats.
Yeah.
No, I watched one episode of this brand new like Andrea Yates documentary.
Oh God, I don't know if I can watch that.
No, don't. I don't recommend it like at all. I wanted to shoot through the TV and beat the fuck out of Rusty Yates, who was just like all shoulders about it.
Of course.
He should have been. Is he being interviewed in that documentary?
Yes.
He should be in prison.
He is
That
a
man
major
should be
part
in
of it.
jail.
Yeah,
He should be
Absolutely.
in jail. Like
Just
that
as
story.
culpable.
Like, not to take us on a side tangent, but I remember when that story came out and the way that woman was. And granted, if people don't know, trigger warning or content warning for, child's death, but like she drowned all 5 of her children. It was horrible. Truly, truly, truly like one of the worst things you'd ever heard. But the way that woman was demonized in the press when she was clearly going through psychosis.
Yes, absolutely.
And her husband, like every doctor was like, she cannot have any more children. And her husband was like, Jesus needs you to have more kids. It was so fucked up.
Yeah.
It was so fucked up.
Yeah, and was told like she shouldn't have more kids. He had found her in the bathroom with like a knife next to her neck, like catatonic, staring at herself in the mirror. And he's like, this is fine. I'll leave the kids with her. Like,
yeah, no,
you're
horrible.
You're a fucking idiot.
Anyway,
Anyways.
Sorry, back to your story.
But yeah, back to your story with this winner.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's quite as bad as this guy, but it doesn't get better. Let's put it that way. During the pregnancy, she started asking for money, complained I worked a lot, complained we don't go out on holidays, only wanted to go out and spend time with her friends, and was very rude to me. Then when she gave birth, she refused to allow my mother, who lives right next to us, to move into our apartment to help. Girl, I right there would have been the end of this conversation. It couldn't have gone on. I'm like, oh, really? No.
Also, it sounds like she did want to spend time with you.
That's exactly.
It sounds like you didn't want to spend time with her and then got upset that she needed to spend time with someone. So she went and hung out with her friends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She also didn't cook. Like how hard is it? Can you imagine a simple soup or something? Work all day. He works from home for like 4 hours a day. And if you don't count his quote grand business idea, that is, of course.
I don't.
Yeah, no, we don't. No. And she couldn't even make a meal. And then on top of that, she'd want me to watch the baby until she goes to see her friends for coffee. And also
watch the
like,
baby.
It's your baby. That's your baby.
You fucking asshole. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have to babysit.
I have to babysit my own fucking baby.
I'm going to watch this kid. And also, just overall, she was irritated without any reason at all the fucking time. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's any reason. It's got to such a point that I went to find a psychiatrist, told him the story, and he said she's probably psychotic. After listening to this entire horror story, I intervened to clarify whether they both went to the psychiatrist as a willing couple. And he said no, he just went alone once and told the doctor, and he wanted someone to explain what was wrong with his wife. Like she wasn't even there.
Also, okay. I don't think a doctor told him that she was psychotic.
Things that didn't happen once again.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
So, this goes on in a lot more detail, but I'll just kind of explain that he also was telling her about how, he has enough information to basically take her to court to claim that she's a neglectful mom. And
like you even want to father your own child anyway.
Right.
Like you're going to take your
Right.
your ex-wife to court for custody that you don't even fucking want.
Exactly.
Asshole.
Narcissist.
Yes.
Narcissist.
He's already twice been denied that, by the way, but he's going to keep fighting it all the way to the
Just
end.
the lack, truly, I feel like the word narcissist does get thrown around a lot, but like the true lack of self-awareness that this guy has, it does feel like narcissism to be just like sharing all of this on a first date with a stranger, like they're going to side with you.
Oh,
like
yes.
any of this sounds good for them.
Exactly. I laughed, of course, at this because I guess I was shocked or something, to which he asked me, "Are you not feeling sorry for me?" No,
He belongs in this administration.
In a way, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I do feel
not
sorry
for the way
for
you
you.
think I do.
Exactly.
The saying the quiet part out loud is very 2026 Trump administration coded. You know what I mean? Just like wait, hold on. I said all of this to get sympathy for you. Is it not working?
That's not working?
No, it's not working.
It's weird. I was shocked yet again. I asked what he means by that, and why did he think I should feel sorry for him? He seemed confused, to which I continued my thought, explaining that it sounds like he acted quite aggressively and seems like he's a little to no empathy. So it is understandable that things led to this point. He then looked at me with deep anger in his eyes and said, "I knew it. I knew you're a feminazi." Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, he goes on to Brader by you bring statistics. Men are the most least privileged of everyone.
Okay.
And women are
All
the
right.
most. Yep.
I've heard enough.
Yeah.
Men's rights.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I simply told him I don't want to bother even breathing in his direction, and that I wish his wife a wonderful divorced life and to enjoy her freedom. Stood up and left. The dude blocked me on every platform possible.
Oh, good. Thank you
Yeah.
for saving me the time.
Perfect.
Honestly.
Anyways, after the story, I'm a bit traumatized. Probably I'll stay single and child free by choice for a while. Much love from Europe.
Honestly.
Oh my God.
Something
Wonderful.
I will never skip on TikTok are those divorce effect. Have you seen
yes.
those? Oh,
Yes.
so nice. So nice.
It's good.
I wish that for his ex-wife.
Yeah. The glow up is stunning.
Yeah. Okay. I will go next. I love fishing. I was taught by the best, and I also was used to roam in the forest, and all that to say that I know my way around a lake, a river, or whatever has something I can fish. When I was 17 years old, I was asked to go fishing with a good enough looking young man, and I was surprised he asked because he was a city guy. He was around 20 years old. We agreed on a time, and I found it odd that he wanted to go early afternoon because fish will be most active early in the morning. Anyway, I get all my...
Now I know that. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Right? I'm kind of annoyed that I did know that. Ugh. Gross.
Anyway, I get all my gear ready. He shows up with his car, and he seems a bit surprised. I have... This image is just funny to me. I have my fishing toolbox with every imaginable tool, my cool fishing rod, my fish net to keep the fish in, my favorite fisherman's hat, and let's just say that I was dressed for the occasion. Know what I mean?
I love this person.
I know.
I love them.
This is great.
Showing up to a first date, she's like all business.
Yeah.
Imagine me dressed in jeans, thick cotton t-shirt, and rubber boots. She's
love
wearing
it.
the like
Yes.
waiters.
Yeah. She was like, I'm ready.
He sort of stared at me, and he opens his trunk, and all he's got is a fishing rod, nothing else. You would think I had a clue, right? None. I was so looking forward to going fishing with a guy I sort of liked, and I felt happy that he liked fishing too. It so happens that my cousins got a whiff of my date with the blonde city boy. I did not know this, but they decided to track us as we went off towards the river. He takes me to this nice enough spot, but it was not the best area to throw a line. I love that she is just
It's so
determined.
She is
She's
in.
like, we're here to fish, bitch. Like that is what the state is about. Like, I suggested we go down the river some more, pointing in the direction of where I wanted to go. When I turn around to face him, I notice that he is stark naked. I mean, naked.
Sir, what are you doing?
At the river.
Put your minnow back.
Doing? Yeah, like. Okay. This may seem like too many details. It's not, but I was still a virgin then, and I had never seen a naked man before.
Oh,
and
no.
even though I had a clue about erections, I had not actually seen one in real time.
Oh no! Oh, a lot is happening right now.
So,
Dude, an erection in the woods?
no, by the river, by an
Your
open body of
first
water.
time?
Like, look,
Oh, honey.
I love the idea of going. I love the idea of going skinny dipping, but I don't know if I want to go skinny dipping in
In
like
no,
river.
a river,
No.
a lake.
a
I
river
wouldn't-
over
no.
a lake.
I
If we
wouldn't-
had to like, but
No
especially
open bodies of water. I want only
Like a
the
pool.
purest, cleanest pool
Yeah.
situation. Period.
I would skinny
That's
dip
it.
in the ocean.
I would not. I got stung by a jellyfish on my inner thigh. I'm not trying to fucking go skinny dipping in the ocean.
Can you imagine your clit getting stung by a
Fuck
jellyfish?
you.
Oh,
What would that feel like?
No. And here I was just sitting thinking ticks.
Oh yeah.
They're in the woods.
I immediately think, because I think I'd seen, granted, I think that this was like in the Amazon or something, but there is like a parasite or something that will go up the urethra sac.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's what I think when you've
No.
got your
Yep. Your
pee-pee
willy out.
Yeah. By the river.
It just jumps out of the river into his fucking pee
Yeah.
hole.
Pew! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no.
God.
I think
So-
Stand By Me, and they had all those fucking...
Oh my God. We watched that over break and I forgot. I had completely put that whole part out of my mind.
Oh, it lives.
Leeches. Oh my
When the
God.
80s and
Leeches.
90s had a real thing about leeches. They
Leeches
really did.
and
they were
quicksand
everywhere.
Heavily.
Yeah.
Leeches and quicksand.
Girl.
That's right.
I thought for
I
sure.
have questions about this guy. How did he get undressed and like fluffed in the time it took her to find another spot for them to fish in? You know? Like
she was,
that.
she was locked
speedy.
in.
Yeah, true. She was focused. So, blinking because the sun was in my eyes, I just stared, and as best I could, I remained more or less together. Oddly, I did not feel scared. He was not the violent sort. He was just horny, and apparently I was beautiful, and he had fantasized about me, apparently. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
It-
20-year-old boys.
Oh,
It truly felt like a
stiff
needle
wind could have
scratching.
caused that. Let's be honest. ma'am.
True. Yeah. It truly felt like a needle scratching a record type of moment. Here I am, all ready to fish, and I had no words then. I honestly had no clue. I was about 5 meters from him, and I already had an escape route planned. I mean, just how far can a naked man run anyway? Barefoot in the brush is not fun.
There you go.
I took my line and my bait and walked to the spot I thought might be a better place to fish. She's like, I'm still fishing.
You know what? Yeah.
He was never really aggressive, but he said that it might be a good idea for me to relax and let nature take over.
Nah.
Like, that was not going to happen. I might have been a virgin, but I was not naive. Anyway, I ignored him, and then I felt a huge relief because I saw my cousins walking towards me, and honestly, I don't know exactly what happened then, but this dude got dressed in a New York minute. I fucking bet he did.
Yeah, I bet.
Without words, I think that my cousins picked up on my mood because they went to his car, took all my things, and I went off with them to their car, and that was the last I ever saw of that city guy, creep, or whatever other words might exist in English. I refused to date for quite a while after that. I sure learned a lesson that day.
Man.
Note to self, when a man asks you to go fishing, it might not actually mean fishing.
Well, yeah, I would not expect somebody
No.
to fucking strip down and do
No,
the naked
this
man
is not
in
your
the
fault.
woods.
No.
Yeah.
This is not your fault. But thank God. I mean, look,
That's a singular experience.
Yes.
I don't usually support stalking your female cousins. However, in this instance, it was nice to have them around to just handle that situation. They just extracted her right out of there.
Yeah. Oh, that must be nice to have grown up with like nice, healthy understanding and boundaries. And
Yeah.
it feels like you had a good childhood. I'm happy for you.
It does, because look, she says she wasn't naive. I trust her on that, but she's a little like the pureness of heart to just like show up in full fishing gear and be like, we are doing like deadliest catch today. I love that for her.
I love it.
Oh, okay. I've got one. Launch in. He says, I went on a date with a girl from another high school. It was a Murphy's Law date. I got a haircut that day, and it was a shitty haircut. Snowed and ice, so my vehicle was filthy. Went to pick her up, and she wasn't ready when she answered the door, but turned out it was her identical twin. Went to a high school basketball game, and she was required to sit in the student section that I wasn't allowed in. So I sat off by myself.
Oh, no. You guys have to come up with a different date at that point.
Then they announced that someone left their lights on. And of course, it was me.
Great.
After the game, she decided to leave with her friends.
Of course.
I don't blame her. Never talked to her again. Fast forward 15 years.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm at work talking with a guy that went to the same school as her. We're talking about bad dates, and he launches into this girl that he knows that went out with a guy that was a total disaster. He said she thought it was the first time he had ever been on a date, and he was so scared she felt sorry for him. Said that her twin sister gave him a hard time when he went to pick her up. I'm like, wait a minute. Ask some more questions. Sure enough, it was me. He kept saying, no. This dude had a horrible haircut. And
I got it.
Greasy.
I got it. Thank you. Thanks.
No.
Yeah. Nope. That's me.
That's still me.
Still me.
No, dude, he drove this like dirty ass truck. Seriously, it's me. No way. She said he sat through an entire basketball game by himself. Okay, dude, enough. I know it was me.
Also, that's not his fault. That one's on her. That one is on her. You can't, like, it's not his fault that you took him to a game where you guys couldn't sit together. Did you just, like, want him to leave? That must be what it was.
Can you imagine having a random conversation with someone 15 years ago that's just reading you for filth and you're like,
God.
It was me.
It was me. Yeah. That was me.
I wouldn't have owned up to it. I'd been like, ooh, sounds like that guy was a real loser.
A real cannon.
Who would do that?
That's a real canon event.
Oh, God.
Deny.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Well, you guys want to take 5 and then we'll come back with the Tainted Love?
Sounds good.
And we're back. And I have the Tainted Love this week. I found this story, on your iPhone. Everybody who has an iPhone, if you like swipe left, you see top stories as like one of your widgets usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I saw this pop up last week as one of my top stories. And I was like, interesting. So I screen grabbed it just so I could remember kind of the headline, as it were, so I could learn more about it. This is the only time I've heard about this story, but it's coming up in news right now because the trial is finally starting. So I don't know. I like stories that are like kind of happening right now, like that you're getting. So it didn't happen recently, but it's all coming to a head recently. The trial starting recently. So,
okay.
It happens in Tipton, Michigan. Tipton is a small town south of Ann Arbor. It's kind of between Ann Arbor and Toledo, which is kind of a bit of a straight shot. So it's more, I guess, west of there. So like if you could kind of make a triangle out of it in Ann Arbor and Toledo. It's this really small kind of farming community. I'm saying that like everybody understands geography. I used to drive a lot for work. And that was also part of my territory. So at any rate, Dee Ann Warner, grew up on a family farm.
Holy shit.
Hardy.
I just watched
Hardy,
what was it?
People
a Dateline
Investigate?
or something? Or People Investigate.
That's- okay,
Yes.
that's
I
literally-
watched that People Investigate.
What was a
yes.
People article? Okay, well, you're going to know this whole story then. Shit.
This is so good.
Yeah. So People Investigates, this was the story. Like I snapshotted from People the thing. And I guess that I was excited to hear that they had a whole story on this on their show. So it's their first episode of the season this season. But yeah, it's like I said, it's all kind of coming to a head right now because of the trial, et cetera, et cetera. So Dee Ann Hardy, she grew up on her family farm. She's gregarious, great laugh. That's how people describe her. You know, obviously the typical, she could light up a room. People's heads turned when she walked in. But I think the thing that stood out for me is the big laugh, because I think that sometimes, I don't know, like that's such a thing for some people, you know, like my mom has a laugh like that. Like I could hear
It's
my mom laugh
infectious.
like across
You both have laughs like that. I feel
My
like you
son
both have
too.
distinctive laughs.
My son has a very distinctive laugh.
I would say
and
that about
that
both of
it's-
you if I was being interviewed for Dateline.
if she was sick, she had a really distinctive sick laugh. Sorry. All right. So I don't know. I like that description. I think it's really fun. She was married to her first husband, Tom Bach, when she was just 18. So like, you know, graduated high school, got married. They, you know, 4 kids later. Her daughter, I'm going to guess that her daughter's name is pronounced Raquel, but it's spelt Rikkell.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's not Rickle, because that would be weird.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's probably Raquel. They didn't
Safe bet.
say her name. So I'm just going to make an assumption that it's Raquel is how that's pronounced. Had said that she was strict but fair. Dee and Tom built their own family farm from the ground up. Dee was a real extrovert, a go-getter. She was somebody who just didn't take shit from anybody. Whereas on the other hand, Tim was a bit more mild, quiet, a lot more timid, a little bit more laissez-faire. And I think that here's the thing that I pick up from this, in the same way that Christina and I very much talk often about how we do not, like, it's a big ick for us if somebody has apathy. They're just kind of apathetic or just okay with where they're at. Like, this is fine. It's such a big ick, right? To not feel ambitious or try or strive or, you know, and I kind of feel like
I feel that way too. Yeah.
Right.
I don't, the complacency.
Complacency. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something we've talked about quite a bit on here as like being a big ick factor for all of us. And I think this is kind of what started to kind of turn Dee off. Dee was kind of like, okay, but I want more. I have a level of ambition and you're not matching my vibe. And so that kind of, I think, came between them. They started to have fights. There was definitely conflicts, you know, that
There's
started
also
to arise.
just a huge difference from 18. I think when you get married, anytime you get married at whatever age, like you do, you know, hope that you grow and change together.
Yeah.
But it's also very common, especially when you get married young, that like as you age, as you progress, like that your paths just go different places.
Well,
That
and it's
your
like
goals
how
change.
much, and how much life have you lived at 18, really? I mean, if you're getting married right after high school, you don't really know the stresses of adult life and like what that's going to do to you and how you're going to adjust and change as a person to cope with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's probably, it definitely happens. I know people who have gotten married at 18, 19, right out of high school who are still together. It definitely happens, but I
Sure.
think marriage is hard work, period. And I think it's extra hard when you get married before you've had very much life experience, you know?
Oh, truly. Yeah. I think that too, because I think that if you, there's seasons of life, right? And I think that, you know, had she been more mature, kind of already grown in her own, maybe she's like 30 and met him, she might have been fine to be like, you know what? Yeah, let's
Totally
ease into a life and relax. And, or, you know, she could have been in her 50s or 60s and met
ready
him.
to have a
and,
slow life.
Yeah, and they're ready to slow down. And, you know, that would have been a better fit for her. But at any rate, it was falling apart. They're not happy together anymore. Again, level of ambition, vibes aren't matching anymore. So the vibe is matching though with Dale Warner. Dale actually comes from another town local to the area and has just like also came from a big family farm. Again, they all knew each other. They kind of knew each other growing up. His family and Dee's family, so the Warners and the Hardys, had a bit of a rival businesses. So they both, again, rival family farms, I guess. They
Hatfields and McCoy
exactly,
situation.
Exactly how they described it. The rivalry seemed to stem, though, like it kind of stopped once in 2003 when Dee divorced Tim so that she could be with Dale. Both of them, again, very ambitious. They're ready to like move things forward. They have goals. They have ambitions. Do they ever? They marry in 2006. In their blended family, they have 8 children, 4 and 4.
Brady bunch.
It is. And then Dee and Dale get pregnant with another daughter, Angelina. So now they're a family of 9. The older kids, their other kids, are quite a bit older. I think that she's like in her 40s.
I think it was a surprise pregnancy.
Yeah.
Because she was like in her 40s.
Yeah.
So
that changed a life, baby. They had already, by that time, owned a 1,500 acre farm, as well as several businesses together. They were like cattle ranch, steer farmers. They also had a fertilizer business. They were making, between their businesses, around $10 million a year. On top of that, Dee also owned her very own trucking business that was hers alone, that she, again, started from the ground up. So in April, they have a beautiful house too, by the way, like this gorgeous, stunning property. I mean, they have all this farmland and it's exactly what you imagine, this beautiful farm home, enormous farm home. It's April 25th, 2021. Raquel goes to the family home. It's Sunday. They usually have a big Sunday breakfast where they all meet as a family to have breakfast together. But when she arrives, no one's there. So she's shocked and she calls her moms. All her calls keep going to voicemail. No one in the family has heard from her. So she's calling around to all her brothers and sisters, like, hey, has anybody heard from mom? Like, I don't know where she is. No one's there. Meanwhile, not like Dale's not there. None of them are there. Her Angelina. So she's like, okay, this is really weird. So she reaches out to her cousin Patrick, who works with the family on the farm, and he comes over. They check some video footage. Nothing is showing up. Nothing's coming through. Then Dale shows up. Dale arrives, and he's like, tells them that, you know, the night before they had a bit of an argument, but he said that she had a migraine. He gave her a massage. She fell asleep on the floor. He picked her up later on the couch. That's where she was at 6 a.m. when he left. He also shows Raquel that Dee's wedding ring was left in his office. Like, I don't know what happened, but she also left this behind.
And it's a $40,000 wedding ring too.
It
was like
pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
She big wig.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You're not gonna-
$40,000?
Yeah, seriously.
You're not leaving that
You're not
behind.
gonna.
Oh, hell no.
I don't. The marriage is over. This is still mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it for a rainy day.
Hello.
Hello. That's a car.
Yeah. Yeah. And as well, she has a Hummer and an Escalade. Both of them are also left behind. You're just going to leave every... Okay.
She just walked?
Cool.
On foot?
She just up and left.
Just
Okay.
thin-aired it. Angelina's also missing. So she's like, where is everybody at? Like, what's going on? Dale had said
How old
that
is Angelina at this point?
she's like 9, I think, at this point. She's young. And she said Dale said that she's with one of Dee's friends overnight, which must be true because they don't mention her again. So I'm assuming she just was. Raquel says that her purse, her phone, a few of her things are missing. Biggest thing, though, is that even though everything's missing and it does kind of maybe look like, okay, she may have packed a bag to leave, she's not answering her phone. This woman doesn't go anywhere without her phone. Clearly, she has her phone with her because it's not at the house. She never turns it off. She's got children. She's not going to just turn her phone off and be like, go.
Deuces.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just, that doesn't,
and
not
she's
her.
running a business.
Exactly. You're not going to just suddenly be quiet. She's also always on social media. There hasn't been a post from her since the day before. So, like, it's just all of it's very, very, very fucking weird. The whole family's like, this is not right. So they contact the sheriff's department. Dale tells the officers that she'd had a stressful time at work. She had a big altercation with a couple employees at the trucking business, and that she was really upset and was talking about taking her life. Some of the family agreed, though, that she had been, last time they saw her, she was deeply upset. And she kind of felt like maybe she seemed very defeated. I was really surprised by that, that the family had kind of, because normally the family's like, that's not how that person is. But I was like, okay, well, I mean, it seems like that wasn't out of the question for some reason. The family was like, yeah, I mean, maybe. So they started looking around the property. They thought, okay, if maybe she walked out into the woods or something to do this, someplace where she wouldn't be found right away or something. I don't know. And of course, because again, she doesn't have a car. So they thought, well, if she did it, it would have to be in walking distance. They thought maybe she had gone into the woods to take her life. But she's nowhere to be found. They wonder if maybe somebody had picked her up. And now this is kind of also what Dale's theory is. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Bag was packed. Her curling iron's gone. Her hair products are gone. Her this and that. I'm like,
she took her hair products, but not her $40,000 ring or her own car.
Right.
Well, curling irons, very important.
So
you could buy a new curling iron when you pawn off your wedding ring. What? Like, I don't know.
Also, she has her own money. She has a trucking company. So it's just like, it's so bizarre. I thought the same thing when I was watching the People thing. I'm like, I can't believe her family was like, okay, like maybe that happened. Because like when I would hear that story, I'd be like,
no.
But I guess it's just like you're grasping at anything, and I could see leaving possibilities open to be like, I don't know, like because it's always, or almost always, maybe not always, but very often people are surprised when people take their own lives.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's
they're
true.
Like, I didn't think that this was the kind of person who would do that. So maybe you're just like, maybe she was going through a harder time than I thought. Like I wouldn't have thought that she would do something like this, but maybe I didn't pick up on something, or you're just allowing for possibilities. I mean, I think maybe my first instinct would be like, I don't see that, but I guess let's cross our T's, dot our I's.
Explore the possibility. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
They wonder
but her curling iron's gone. She wouldn't have taken her curling iron if she was going to go.
Thank you.
Off into the woods.
There's a lot of like weird, questionable things, right? So once they realize, the searches have been fruitless, the sheriff's department does ramp up their investigation. They process the home. There's no clear signs of struggle or a crime. I'm like, at this point, of course there's not. They're like, there's no overturned bookshelves or anything. Really? after like what, a week later? If there was, it would have been cleaned up, sir. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not like you went in there and researched right away. You waited. So I was like, that's dumb. Anyway, they interviewed Dale, and Dale basically tells them that she had said, "You don't care about me. Nobody cares about me. And what does it even matter if I'm here?" So, again, he's kind of like, well, maybe she just ran off, or maybe she, took her own life, Dale's convinced, though, that his story, though, is that somebody came, picked her up, had to have. Bags are packed, hair tools gone. She must have taken off with some mystery man. Investigation shows that when they're looking at her phone, that the phone itself had died at 3 a.m. and never been turned back on, which again, family's like, that's other things we can take into consideration. Her phone off, that is not possible. Impossible.
Yeah, I'm sure they're also like, are they tracking her credit cards? Like,
right. Exactly. So yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing's coming
it's not. That's in this day and age, I think it's so difficult to just disappear.
Sure.
I think it's so hard to just be like, disappear.
Yeah.
Like years and years and years ago, maybe, but not in
These days,
2026, 2025, No.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, if she was going to go off with another man, she would still answer her kids' phone calls. She would still post on Facebook.
Also, where's Angelique?
Well, she was at a friend's.
She was at a friend's. Okay, I'm so sorry.
That's what I said. I'm like, I guess she must have been, because they never bring her up again.
Okay.
It was like,
okay.
I guess she's fine. The sheriff.
We assume, yeah.
The sheriff. So basically, again, Dale's like mystery man, up and left. But then also too, there was the story that she had a big argument with some people at the trucking company. So the sheriff's department does decide that they're going to talk to some of the trucking company employees, specifically two brothers, Todd and Terry. Todd confronts Dee. That's kind of whatever happened. Todd had confronted Dee. This is the argument that took place. He tells Dee that he practically helped start the business with her and that he is owed money. He accused her of not paying $360 in payroll tax. Todd and Terry both reach out to Dale after this big argument. And basically Dale backs Todd and Terry and is like, yeah, don't worry about it. She's crazy. So I can pretty much assume that this is where the argument started. Them.
Oh, yeah.
100.
I clocked that. I was like, you don't have my back?
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, I got a real fucking problem with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Todd is on camera picking up his truck at 3 a.m. So when I said that they went back and looked at the cameras, it does show that Todd was on the property picking up the truck that he was going to take on a load at 3 a.m. But the logs are weird, right? Because the logs actually have him logging in under a different name. All of it's very suspicious. So they're like, what's this about? There's no real answer to that, but they basically are like, there's nothing that connects him to her disappearance. So specifically, except for the fact that he shows the truck was there and that he was leaving at 3 a.m. That's really
and her
the
phone goes dead at 3 a.m. too.
Right, exactly. So that's like, the only
this is a weird
real connection. Yeah. So Parker, Dee's nephew, Raquel's cousin, the one that helps them out at the farm, works for them. He actually goes to their place. He sees Dale in the barn with one of the fertilizer tanks that they have, and he's painting this like old tank that looks like it's been dug up out of nowhere. He's like this random tank that he's painting, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just can't sleep." He's like, the nights have been really tough. I keep wondering where Dee went off to, and he just can't he can't sleep, so he's just been spending his nights worrying and painting
And
this
painting this tank.
this
Okay.
random tank.
Mm-hmm. This.
I feel like a
Tank.
tank is not the thing you want to be seen.
Well, they have a
messing
fertilizer
around with.
company, so they have a bunch of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like a
All right.
barn full of fertilizer tanks that they have.
Still.
It's
Still.
totally Keegan.
If your wife
Don't try
is
to punch holes
missing,
in this. It's normal. Okay.
I just think you stay away from tanks for a little while. You maybe
think
like
that-
get somebody else to handle that job.
Yeah, you know what, Keegan? This is perfectly normal. Okay.
Just painting a tank in the middle of the night because my
okay.
wife up and left me.
When I'm bored, paint tanks, and that just is what some people do. Keegan, gosh,
Okay. Yeah.
no big-
sorry.
it's
I'm being
not
so
even
critical.
related.
Got
It's
it. Got
fine.
it. Like that. It'd be like me being in the garden at 3 a.m. and just being like, I just couldn't sleep.
Couldn't
I'm
sleep.
doing
3 a.m.
some 3 a.m. gardening. What?
No. And you like gardening,
I love gardening,
Yeah.
but like that's a weird thing
Yeah.
to do at 3 in the morning. It's not like
arguably.
I don't know. There are if you need to get up and like do something, like read a book or
Yeah.
whatever.
3 a.m.
But-
gardening is not something I'd be okay
Get
with.
one of
if I-
those Mark Wahlberg workouts in at 3 in the morning. But like,
Oh God. Her kids are really worried at this point, though, of course, because there is no way she would just leave, no contact. Again, somebody who's constantly on Facebook, no socials since Saturday the 24th. Parker, the nephew, tells a story to his that his dad Greg, who's Dee's brother, Greg, he had a dream that this is so wild. I just was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. Her brother had a dream that their mom came to him and said, Dee is with me. She's not coming back.
oh,
Yeah.
And the way that he was like, well, that's gospel. He's like,
Yeah.
because he was like, she's gone. She's gone. And he's like, even told his wife, he's like, you're just going to have to get, I think, okay with the fact that she's clearly gone. Like,
wow.
yeah. Can you imagine? I honestly, if I had a dream like that, I'd be like, yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for the heads up. But the family is kind of like, they're at a place where they're like, if she's not calling us, she's not posting, she's not doing anything. She didn't up and leave with somebody. She is dead. Like the family
Yeah.
really is at this point. They're like, this
Yeah.
is,
I mean, look, I'm not saying people don't do that or try to. Like I said, I think it'd be very, very difficult to disappear completely in our modern age. I'm not even saying that like people don't do that. I'm not even saying that I don't have that fantasy every now and again where you're
Right.
just like, what if you just
yeah.
How long would it take before
Like-
anybody noticed?
like what if you just left and started a whole new life? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I will tell you this right now. I can have that fantasy, but I would never
Yeah.
not contact someone.
Exactly.
Like I would not. I would never
People-
like.
I would
not
never let my
contact my mom.
Yeah.
Or,
And
you
I
know,
would never
like,
let my family and friends stress that I was like dead.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
reach out
Yeah.
verbally too, not like in an email. Like you would know for sure. Like I'd be like, hey guys, I'm checked out. I'm going to be incognito for a while. I'm going to be,
Yes, you're not going to be able to reach me.
Incommunicado.
That's
Exactly.
exactly. If I really
Yeah.
felt like I'm on the verge of like a mental breakdown and I need to like
Have
go to a
space.
silent retreat at an ashram or something, like I would say like I am going off grid for a while. Do not be surprised if you don't hear
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
You know,
because I would
for a
never
little
want
while.
my parents or my family to stress
Yeah.
like
Same.
And
this.
I'm not saying everyone would do that, but I think especially
No,
you
most
got
people would.
you got 5 kids, 9 blended. I would think that she would
Yeah,
say
Yeah.
something to someone.
exactly. I would never let my son worry that I just
Yeah.
up and disappeared. That'd be so fucking could never, you know? In October of 2021, this is 5 months after initially going missing, the sheriffs do another big, deep search of the property. They come in with excavators. They're searching the property. During the 2-day search, nothing comes of it. They can't find her. Nothing. So it's March 2022 when the family finally decides they're like, we need to contact somebody who's a professional here and get professional help. They hire a couple of PIs that try to start right away, jumping into, just gathering information, trying to start like eliminating like the main suspects kind of one by one. And so they first go after Todd and Terry, like they're attacking them, but this is like the first avenue that they're going to go down. Right away, the argument, is suspicious to them. They're like, this is, it might, might be significant, but it also did it lead to the disappearance? Did it lead to her death? They need to find out more. Terry, for his part, is cleared very quickly. He was nowhere near the scene of at the home. He was with his girlfriend that evening. He's cleared pretty much immediately. Todd, on the other hand, is near the home around the time that Dee's phone goes off. So Todd is not cleared, but they don't really have much way to find out more. But what they do learn about Todd is that he enjoys female companionship when he stops at certain truck stops. And one female companion that he has often seeked out for pleasures has the PIs find this person and they're like, hey, could you record a conversation with him? Women are better at getting people to open up, especially people that you feel intimate with. So they use this woman who he frequents at the truck stop to have a conversation with him, record a conversation. Again, other than being near by the property, they're like, she starts asking him questions. And Dale, sorry.
Not Dale.
Yeah,
It's
Todd, sorry.
Yep.
Todd is having a conversation with this girl. She is, kind of asking questions like, oh, this is weird. Like, did they ever find anything or blah, blah. And he actually, I think you can tell like from the conversation, he's genuinely like, I don't know what happened. We had an argument. But honestly, I was really over it. Like we'd had this fight, but it was done and dusted. It was what it was. We're moving on. Like, I'm so like, and he visibly is like, he's like, I just feel for these kids. He's like, I've known these kids since they were like, little and, they don't know where their mom is. You can visibly.
Seems genuine.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Verbally, I guess, or like you could hear how upset he was. And his voice was like upset, shaky, kind of sobby. Like he was really like, wow.
And to find yourself in the middle of it as well.
Yeah, it's got to be scary.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's got to be so scary.
So the PIs are kind of like based off of this conversation that she recorded. Even if she had told him like, hey, I'm recording you. Like, so I'm sorry, you would have had to have been the best actor. It was like Academy Award winning. Like this guy has legitimately nothing to do with it. And you can hear it in his voice. Like he just doesn't. And they're just really, they're like, yeah, it's not Todd. Doesn't have anything to do with him. Meanwhile, the family, Dale starts to kind of cut out some of the family, their Dee's family and the kids. Raquel says that she's not even able to talk to Angelique. Like it's becoming even more of a rift between the family. The PIs, though, start to dig into Dee and Dale's finances. This is one of those things like, it feels so textbook, like you've read the book, start looking, follow the money, right? Follow the money trail. And so the PIs start doing that. They're digging into the finances. They see that Dale has started an LLC with a very similar name to Dee's trucking company. So basically it'd be like our LLC, My Worst Date Podcast LLC. And it would be like changing it to My Worst Date Podcast Investment LLC. Or, it's literally like changing it by one word. And so it's like, that's really weird. And then so all the money that's coming into the original account is being then moved over to this other account with the very similar name. And they're like, this is sus.
Yeah,
What's going
would
on?
be easy to do without being detected for a while, unless you're being like directly audited or something.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
So he is apparently able to get away with doing this not only because of the name similarity, but because he also has a power of attorney in place, which is weird because you would need a signature from the person
Yeah.
who gave you a power of attorney. Why would she do that?
Why would she do that and then like disappear without telling him? Like,
Why
that
indeed?
doesn't-
Why
Okay.
indeed? Very bizarre. PIs also thought it was very fucking bizarre. And they were like, I want to see that paperwork. So they take a look at the paperwork and they're like, it is the most obvious forgery.
Yeah,
It's
the
so,
signature's not even like close to being the same.
you do not have
all.
to be an analyst to look at this and be like, different signature. It's so clearly, I mean, they did have somebody who was an analyst take a look at it. And they were also like, no, there's no way.
Different signature.
Different signature.
Yeah.
The red flags are flying at this point. The only part of their business too, that now they're seeing that they're going into these records, the only part of their business that's really, really doing super well at this point, and at where they are now is Dee's trucking company. So, and it's the company that she owns alone. So it's her sole business, unlike the other parts of their company, which are very mutually owned. This is her own sole company that she built from the ground up under her name alone. So prosecutors basically though are telling the family, they're like, we cannot make any arrests at this point. There's if there's no body, we can't suggest like, what are we going to do? And so basically the PIs are like, okay, let's go to the press. Let's take this story to the press. We'll start putting that out there. And so that people start demanding justice. Of course, the public is outraged. So the state police step in. The Michigan State Police come in November of 2023. They do like another massive search of the property. They go through all the evidence. And in November of 2023, they do arrest Dale. And he's charged for murder of Dee. However, again, no body at this point. And it's not clear at this time what even prompted them to move forward with their arrest when it doesn't seem like there's any new additional evidence. There's no, it just seems like maybe
they dug up at the farm like 3 times too.
Cracked open those
like,
tanks
with like bulldozers and like digging up huge freaking sections.
I mean, it was like they were digging massive.
Yeah.
I'm like,
huge.
Well,
Put a
I
poll in,
imagine
I
that they
guess.
would. Well, I imagine they would need to though, because it's like they have access to, like right? Like,
Yeah.
do they have access to things that would allow them to, if he wanted to dig her down, like bury her deep?
yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
could've.
Yeah,
They have
it's
all
a
the farm
huge
equipment.
farm. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So that's
1,500
probably why they had
acres.
to tear it up like that. 1,500 acres.
Yeah.
She could still be out there.
Exactly. I mean, they had dogs that went out. They had cadaver dogs. They had the machines that show if there's variations. What am I trying to say? I know they're like electromagnetic.
Like ground penetrating
Thank
radar.
You. GPR. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, they dug nothing. Again, I don't know if they just felt like they had to make an arrest because the police, like the public was so outraged. But at this point, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
arrest him. But like, what are we going to do with it? There's still, again, no body, no evidence, nothing to prove anything.
Right.
So April 2024 rolls around. And the family decides they're going to have a funeral. They're going to have a little celebration of life for Dee. They know for sure at this point, everybody in the family is like, she's gone for sure.
Yeah.
Like there's no question. Everybody wants to have like high hopes or like doesn't want that to be the case. But there's just, the family is just very realistic about it and is like, this is just, there's no way. She's gone. Meanwhile, Greg, Dee's brother, has a nagging thought. He remembers that they truly never did search that fertilizer barn. And Dale had told the police that one of his dogs had been in that barn and gotten some of the chemicals on their paws and ended up dying. So they weren't able to have the dogs go in and search. So then it just never did get searched. Even though the dogs couldn't go, they were like, no, I guess no one can. He also remembers what Parker had said, how something suspicious, like
just
painting
this old tank.
I told you.
I know.
Those tanks.
Keegan, it's fine. And I told you it was nothing. But Greg is like, yeah, no, there's something here. They need to check this out. So he calls the state police to come search the tanks. They're like, you need to look into this. So the tank in question that was the most freshly painted, was also missing its factory weld. So a factory weld, when they're put together, is a really thick weld that you can see very clearly. That had been chipped off and removed. And there's a thinner, kind of just more
Amateur
weld, exactly. Holding it together. And so was a major tip off for them right away as well. They're like, this is really bizarre. However, it's an ammonia tank. So it holds a certain type of ammonia that's used in fertilizer, basically breaking down the chemicals to be used as fertilizer. So they can't really just pop it open, So they have to go get it x-rayed. These things are really big, so they have to bring it in a flatbed, take it to a weighing station, and have it x-rayed. And on August 21st, 2024, the state police decide they're going to meet with the family. They confirm that inside the anhydrous ammonia tank, the remains, which had been maintained in an airtight sealed container, they were able to positively identify Dee Warner's remains.
Oh,
so
my God.
The coroner...
I'm glad they found her.
Yeah. The coroner is able to basically use dental records to confirm the death. But again, the body was pretty well preserved. They were able to conclude that the cause of death was strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head and face.
We tell these stories every week, or different versions of the same theme, and it never ceases to upset me, the idea that like the person you loved and married and had a family with and had this life that you were building together with, that even if you were not in a good place in your marriage or in your relationship, the fear, betrayal, like all the feelings that you would feel in those final moments when this person that you loved, you had to have loved at one point to get married. Like, I just can't imagine. Like, strangulation is so personal and like it would just be so scary and horrible. Like, just awful.
Yeah.
It's hard to fathom, truly.
Yeah, it is.
I think that the family, though, it's got to be double edged, right? Like, you're obviously not happy to have found your
relieved though.
Person.
Like, I would be relieved to have them back because they're gone anyway.
Yeah.
Right. They're gone. You've accepted that. You've worked through at least part of your grief. I'm sure it brings up fresh grief, but you've worked through a good amount of it. And then at least you know where they are. You can give them a proper
burial, which they do. They do finally are able to bury this body of Dee's at the headstone that they had created for her just months before, really. So they're able to kind of like put her to rest, which is, like you said, at least some relief in that way. Dale will be going to trial for murder. The trial is scheduled to start the beginning of January 27th. So like next week. Yeah.
Wow.
We're in like 10 days from now when we're recording. So the family as well have filed a $100 million wrongful death lawsuit. So they are also pursuing.
Yeah, I mean, it was her trucking company and he tried to steal it. And basically, I think the show had said, like, not only did he not back her up in that argument, but like that really pissed her off to the point where they were having problems. She was maybe thinking about leaving, and if she left and that trunking company money left, like he would be in big financial trouble.
Oh yeah, he'd been done. He would have been
Gosh,
done.
how terrible for the kids too, because it's this big blended family. So the dynamics must be, you know, you got 4 of the kids who that's their dad, but that's not their mom, that's their stepmom. 4 of the kids who that's their mom and their stepdad killed their mom. And then 1 kid who's like, these are my parents. Like the dynamic must be so complicated and terrible.
Yeah. I read in also one of the articles that we will have in the show notes that the son was also brought up on charges. Dale's son, one of Dale's sons, was brought up on charges that ended up
Like
being dropped for tampering with evidence and some kind of conspiracy. Like maybe he helped him. So that's
oh no,
horrible.
So, but they dropped those charges. So I don't know if there was like some kind of plea out or what.
Well, yeah, maybe now he's testifying against his dad. I mean, convict his dad.
That could be too.
That's what I would think.
Yeah,
is they dropped the charges and like if you testify just to make sure that they could get him for this.
Horrible. Wow. Well, thanks for telling that story, Cassie. I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't heard anything.
It's so I think recent, like I said, that I this is the first time I'd seen anything about it.
Yeah, it was the People Investigates that we will put on something like that, or Vanity Fair Confidential, like Vanity to go to sleep.
Yes.
To go to sleep too. And I saw that and I ended up not going to sleep. I like watched the whole thing because I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, where's Dee? And then I was like, oh no, the tank. When they said the thing about how like the dogs, the chemicals like would mess the dogs up and that they'd never search it. I was like, she's in the tank.
You're yelling at the TV. Eric's asleep. Huh? What?
Yeah. I mean, I know they felt like they couldn't go in there, but for me, I'm like, tanks number 1.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're checking the tanks first before we dig up this entire farm. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think he probably thought too. He's like, oh, I got away with the perfect crime. You know? I mean, think about how difficult it was for them to even search the tank. They had to take it to a fucking weigh station to have it x-rayed. They weren't able to do it on property. I mean, like, so, I mean, it was an extensive thing that they had to go through just to even prove that it was a body in there.
Oh, man. Oh, well, what are you guys watching this week?
Well, I actually watched for the first time ever because I'm going to Springfield next week. And while I'm there, I'm helping to plan my friend's 40th birthday. And we're having a secret theme that he doesn't know about. So he knows about the party, but he doesn't know about the theme. And it's wet, hot American summer themed. And I'd never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it? Oh my gosh.
And he doesn't listen to this, so it's fine. But I had never seen it, but I knew it was a movie that he really enjoyed. Also, I think it's a great theme, and in the winter, even funnier.
Right.
So I watched that last night, and that was such a fun time. Like that movie doesn't take itself too seriously at all, like in any way. And there are things about it now that you're like,
Ken Marino is so funny in that movie.
Yeah. And you know who the ending is problematic of this storyline, but the Molly Shannon character where she's like the arts and crafts instructor and she's just like crying to her kids about like they're like helping her through her divorce.
Yes. That movie is so fucking weird.
Off the rails.
It is off the rails.
Yeah.
So this year at the Golden Globes was the first year for podcasts being
that's right.
a category.
Yeah. And Amy
Poehler won, but like her, and when she had Paul Rudd on her podcast, they're talking about their memories of wet hot American summer. It was
amazing.
Just so cool
because
to listen
all of
to.
these people are also clearly in their 30s playing 16-year-olds, like talking about how and they reference it a lot, like because they're like because like, they know they had the 10 years later, and they say in the movie they're like, we should get together in 10 years and have a reunion. And gosh, what's his name, Michael Black or whatever
Michael
his name
Ian
is.
Black.
Yeah.
Michael Ian Black. He's like, I think we'll be in our late 20s by then. I think we'll all be able to be on time. And I'm like, when you're clearly 32, you know what I mean? And like Paul Rudd being like the biggest piece of shit teenage in quotes boyfriend in that movie. It's just what a fun time. You can tell it's just a bunch of very talented comedians having the time of their lives together. Like
Yeah.
And fucking Stabler's in it.
Oh my God.
Christopher Maloney is so funny. He actually has a really
Yeah.
good sense of humor.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I watched.
I finished Pluribus.
Yeah.
So good. What an interesting. It's a show that I keep thinking about. Obviously, it's coming back for a second season, but it's doing that thing that I fucking hate about television these days is like, if you like a show, good luck remembering what happens in 3 years.
So I should
when
just
it comes
wait
back.
until season 2 comes out and then watch them both.
Just
so annoying.
Because I think it's gonna be like I think they said 2027 or whatever when it's coming
I
back.
lose interest. I still haven't
too.
watched the Stranger Things last season because I'm just
I heard it.
They're like 30-year-old teenagers again.
Seriously. Speaking
You
of
did just
30-year-old teenagers. But yeah, no, I can't recommend it enough. Like, I think it's so interesting. It's really difficult to describe, but it's a show that I keep thinking about. And I definitely think Rhea Seehorn earned that Golden Globe that she just won.
Nice.
So
Nice. And I watched something completely opposite of that, something stupid and light. People We Meet on Vacation. It was really cute.
Yeah.
As you know, I talked about it. Well, I guess some people might not know. If you're not a patron, you wouldn't have heard me tell this story. Because I picked Mr. and Mrs. Smith for the last day for our next movie. But it was between that and People We Meet on Vacation. And I'm like, I'm actually glad that I just used that as just like a regular watch because I'd read the books. I've read like almost all of Emily Henry's books. I really enjoy her writing. And they're just kind of light and simple, fun reads. And it was exactly that. That's exactly what I expected from the movie. It was cute.
Awesome.
Simple.
Nice. Well, hey, if you guys have something that we should watch, if you have a terrible date story or just want to reach out and tell us anything that's on your mind, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.